Hi everyone, welcome to Active Self-Protection. This video is a re-upload. We never do that, but today we had to. Let me explain. No, it's too much. Let me sum up. YouTube changed some advertiser guidelines and said that if I mention a couple of particular websites that it could cost me my entire channel. I do not want to lose the channel because I want to continue to bring you the lessons that we do every day, so I had to delete these videos off of the channel. I did not want to lose those videos off the channel because the lessons are really good, so I've redone it with a compliant ad. I'm trying, everyone. So if you've already seen this one, pass it on by, but if you haven't, it's a great lesson. You know I'm a big fan of OC spray, but the pepper ball gun, it tends to escalate problems. Lucky Gunner is my recommended trusted provider of freedom seeds for range or defensive use. In stock, good prices, and rocket fast shipping are why I go back again and again. Because of new guidelines, I can't link their site or say it, but you're smart and you can find it with a simple Google search. Stick it to the man by paying them a visit today. Hi everyone, welcome to today's badge cam lesson here at Active Self-Protection. Glad that you're here for today's evidence-based lesson. I'm your host, John Correa.
I'm your co-host, Mike Williver. Today's video comes to us from Phoenix, Arizona.
If you go read the news story on this one, it starts all kind of weird. This guy had like a single car accident downtown. This is over by the downtown area, the ballpark in Phoenix, if you're familiar. And then he abandons the car. A bunch of people call 911. They kind of tell cops where he's going to be. And the officers find him walking down the train tracks, which are some train tracks that's pretty near there. It's near an industrial area. And they're going to confront him there and try to get him in custody. Let's listen into what happens.
Hey! Hey, get on the ground! Get on the ground! Hey! 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 Hey!
Get on the fucking ground!
Hey! Hey! Get on the ground!
Ground!
Get on the ground! Hey, we'll figure it out!
Get on the ground!
Get on the
Hey,
ground!
Get on the fucking
Hey!
ground!
Hey, bring it down, bring it down. Hey, we just gotta figure this out, alright? All we got is a trespassing right now. Okay? We don't got a 40 or anything, do we? Hey!
Hey!
Just get on the ground, we'll figure this out. Who's gotta, someone get on the intercom. Hey, let him tire himself out, okay?
Hey, get on the, Lieutenant. Lieutenant, get on the intercom. Hey! Get on the intercom, you're gonna be my lethal.
Hey.
Roma, you be my lethal, get on the intercom.
Yeah, I'm lethal too. I'm lethal too. Let him just yell, let him calm down.
Get on the intercom.
Just keep him. Hey, just calm him down. On the ground. Hey, get up. Hey, calm. We want it. Hey. Calm. Just calm. We want to calm them down. Okay? Just calm them down. Tell them it's an accident. It's no big deal. All it is an accident. It's not a big deal.
It's an accident. We're investigating a car accident. That's it. We're just trying to figure out what's going on with you.
Yeah, tell them no big deal.
Todo está bien, bájate para abajo.
Please just relax, man. We're trying to figure out what's going on here.
Here, we gotta.
Sir,
Are we gonna push forward, bud?
Yeah, because.
just come this way.
Use the car as lethal? I mean,
We're trying to figure out what's going on, man.
Yeah, we gotta close it up. We gotta move up toward it.
we're gonna move up. We're gonna move
So
up.
we're just gonna. Hey, just get on the ground, dude. Just get on the ground.
Hey, we're moving up. We're moving up.
Okay, watch his hands. Just watch his hands.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody's on.
Everybody's on.
Okay. Hey, we gotta figure this out. All right. Just get on the ground, dude. We're not going away. Get on the ground, dude. It's easy. It's easy. You made a mistake. You made a mistake. You made a mistake. Drop it.
Drop it! Drop it!
Yeah, get him.
Drop it!
Hey,
Drop it! Drop it! Get on the fucking ground!
is that 998, guys?
Yeah. Get on the ground!
We have a 998. Subject is down. Officers are code 4. We need fire to stage.
Are we pulling up, boss?
Yeah, we're moving forward.
Our perp did not make it. He took the train tracks temperature challenge. You can see here the 2 firearms they found that he had in his hands when he was shot. We don't know why he did what he did because he didn't make it to explain. Thankfully, no one else was harmed in this one. Here's a reminder from me to you that YouTube can change their rules whenever they want. They're a private company, they can do that. But this is your reminder to please download the ASP Unlimited app in your app store. At least sign up for the ASP Lite tier. Link is in the description. The Lite tier is totally free, and if they nuke our channel, that is where you will find us. We do put content over there for ASP Lite subscribers all the time. Or go the next step and subscribe to ASP Unlimited for all the content that you love at ASP and behind the scenes and extra stuff. And you get all of that without worrying about YouTube. Mike, I really want to start this one by saying I think the officer in charge here, who I'm pretty sure is a sergeant who comes up after our officers are kind of getting on scene, I really think he did a pretty darn good job of trying to de-escalate this situation, trying to talk to him. But I really think they struggled, the other officers struggled to listen to him and do what he said.
I got to say, I'm of two minds when it comes to this. I understand all the get on the effing ground and drop the effing thing and do the effing other thing, all the yelling and screaming. I get it. You're amped up. You don't know what's going on with this guy. He could have a gun. Turns out he did. So you really want him to just do the thing you're asking him to do as quickly as humanly possible, and he's not doing the thing. And for some reason, we tend, as humans, to resort to, well, I'll yell louder. I'll say the F word a few more times, and maybe that'll change things. It's not going to change anything. Now, if this sergeant, who I think really was trying to calm his officers down so that they could in turn calm the suspect down, do I really think this guy was going to be de-escalated? In my heart of hearts, not really. No, I don't think so. I think he already knew he was working up the courage to pull one of those guns to get them to shoot him. That's what I think was going on here. However, it was commendable for the sergeant to try to talk his officers down a little bit, dial it back a few notches. The problem is they just didn't seem to hear him or didn't seem to register. Also, multiple officers giving commands. I think at some point we need to revamp our felony stop, this sort of stop training, so that we can stop yelling and screaming when it's obviously ineffectual, and we can start talking about things like, okay, we need to make sure one officer is giving commands, not two, not three, and we need to make sure that we are speaking in a calm tone, level, professional voice, because that for me is way more intimidating and way more scary, and it gives me the impression that the officers are in control. They're not out of control. So that's what I'd like to see moving forward. We'll see if that happens.
I also want to say here, you notice that the pepper ball gun was just completely ineffective. Quite frankly, Phoenix PD has gotten rid of their beanbag shotguns. They're trying these pepper ball guns for longer range, less lethal force. I haven't seen them work. Now, I got some inside baseball because I got friends on Phoenix PD, and they say that, man, it has its place and it can be effective, man. But recognize, very much like the taser, it's kind of all or nothing. And when it doesn't work, it escalates the situation because it causes pain, and the impact of the pepper ball does. So that just makes this guy matter, and they can see that, so now all the guns come out. So you got to recognize, man, sometimes the better tools aren't what you're seeing, are what getting used, and I just don't like the pepper ball gun.
Let me say this about the pepper ball gun. Now, I was never issued one. I was never issued pepper ball guns, and I never trained with them. I've seen them be effective only ever in one instance, and that is to break up an angry crowd, to break up a crowd of people who are not doing what you're asking them to do, and they're starting to become violent, and they're starting to break stuff, riot control, that sort of thing. It'll get the people who aren't really true believers, who aren't really down for the cause, the ones that are like just kind of there to meet cool hippie chicks or whatever. Those guys are going to beat feet as soon as that starts, and you're gonna thin that crowd out quite a bit. As far as this sort of thing, I just don't see it being very effective. And like you said, it's just going to hurt, going to irritate the guy and piss him off, and not really, because the pepper ball uses powder and not a liquid, not a gel, so it's just not as effective. I don't see it working. I really don't.
Here we see, again, we've stopped it here. I've zoomed it in. You can see his left arm, which is on our right side. He's raised that arm up. It has a gun in it, and so at this point, this guy has screamed and hollered and gotten mad, put a gun in his hand. I think these officers were beyond patient trying to get this guy into custody to figure out what the heck was going on. He raised the gun at him. Does this guy need to be shot? Yes, he absolutely needs to be shot because he's a deadly threat to all of these officers. And so this is one of those that, some people might complain about, but I don't understand why, Mike, because this is a completely justified defensive use of deadly force.
I'm certain people are tired of me saying this, but I'll say it just at least one more time for the purpose of this video. I strongly suspect this gentleman was trying to get himself killed. Maybe it could be like that other video we had a while back, where we suspect the guy tried to wreck his car to kill himself. That didn't work, so then he tried to convince the cops he had a gun and got himself shot for his trouble. I think this might be something similar. It was a single car accident. there's a very good chance he intentionally hit something, hit a wall or whatever it was, a bridge abutment to try to die. It didn't work, and now he's working up the courage to get these guys to shoot him. And this is regardless of whether or not it's a suicide by cop, this is still a must die. I still have to shoot. There's no gray area here. I'm having a gun pointed at me. So unfortunately, he forced the officer's hand to do the thing that I suspect he wanted him to do. And there's just no two ways about it. Because as I said before, the person who wants to die will push you as far as they have to get you to do the thing they want you to do, to include shooting you or stabbing you or whatever. So this still is a must die, regardless of the peripheral circumstances.
And remember, this is now a competition, right? This guy is pointing a gun at you. And so you need to be, do you need to be faster than him? Yes. Do you need to be more accurate than him? Also, yes. So we did see kind of a bullet hit to the bottom right here, and it's the officer with the pistol who apparently saw it. I am kind of interested in the officer with the shotgun here, Mike, because you know me, I do love the defensive shotgun for law enforcement and private citizen use. I think it is an absolute fight-stopping tool. And I don't know if our officer didn't see it, like didn't see the gun raising up or whatever, or just kind of hesitated in the moment. But man, I really think if you're on the shotgun, you got to recognize I am first and primary if we have to shoot this guy, because it will put him down.
Very tough to say, John. And if the officer is in this video, if you're watching this, hit me up at mike@activeselfprotection.com. I'd love to talk to you about it. I'd love to know what the officer with a shotgun saw and what was going through his head. It's possible. I don't think this is the case, but it's possible he had the shotgun up far enough in front of his field of vision that he couldn't see the arm. If that's the case, there's a simple fix for that, which is to lower it just out of your line of sight so that you don't have an accidental or negligent discharge into a person who doesn't yet need to be shot, and also so that you can see what the hands are doing. So make sure your gun isn't up so far before it's time to shoot that you can't see what's going on. With that said, I just don't know what this officer saw or what he perceived. It's possible the officer with the pistol was able to see it and he wasn't. I don't know how, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It turns out, had he shot, this would have been over even faster than it was already.
True enough. And please, you know I got to say it, use your sling. Please use your sling. Please throw that over your head so that the sling isn't dangly all over the place and creating problems for you. That's why it has the sling, for you to throw it over your head. Final thing. This guy was carrying 2 highly crappy guns. And, you know, these are not high quality pistols, but you know, the number of people who have been killed with crappy guns is astronomical. So listen, that guy was a deadly threat. And in this case, I know Phoenix PD has been under DOJ investigation and all that stuff. I know a lot of guys on Phoenix PD. And quite frankly, what we see in actual defensive gunfights, this is what we see. They release every single one on camera. What I see is justified conduct again and again. I think these boys get down, and in this case, for sure, they covered their ass.